Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I thank you, Ranking Member. I sincerely thank our panel of witnesses for both their service and their testimony here today, and I'd like to extend that gratitude to the women and men in the federal enterprise under your leadership. Last Congress, I partnered with my colleagues in the Senate and across the aisle to enact the Cyber Incident Reporting for Critical Infrastructure Act, which will give the federal government the visibility it needs to identify malicious cyber campaigns early and better understand the tactics of our adversaries to prioritize risk reduction investments. Incident reporting is a critical tool in our ability to defend ourselves, but it is not the only place we need to invest time and resources. Competing incident reporting frameworks will undermine security, not enhance it, because it forces a disproportionate focus on compliance with various reporting regulations over security and incident response. The Cybersecurity Incident Reporting Council has acknowledged as much. Secretary Mayorkas, the Cyber Incident Reporting Council has identified duplicative federal cyber incident reporting requirements. The National Cybersecurity Strategy continues to task DHS with harmonizing the federal cyber incident reporting requirements. How willing are DHS's federal partners, including independent agencies, to do the work of harmonizing incident reporting requirements? And are you concerned that multiple inconsistent reporting requirements could frustrate the security value of incident reporting?
Congresswoman, this is a very important subject in a domain that is only becoming of increasing significance to the security of our critical infrastructure and our country writ large. One, we are receiving excellent cooperation from our federal partners with respect to the Cyber Incident Reporting Council and its effort to harmonize reporting requirements. It is a challenge because there are also independent agencies that have particular mandates, and they perceive sometimes those mandates requiring a different process, a different timeline than other departments and agencies do. We are all driving towards the same outcome of a cyber-secure America, but there are some tensions with respect to particular jurisdictions, and we're working through them and everyone has demonstrated impeccable motive.
Very well. Director Ray and Director Abazade, I remembered like lemonade. It was stuck in my head. What do you make of the fact that the U.S.-based persons who are primarily responsible for terrorism threats here in our homeland? I'm sorry, let me back up here. Let me start. Okay. I am struck by an unclassified NCTC product entitled Foreign Terrorists Inspired, Enabled, and Directed Attacks in the United States since 9/11 as of February 2023 that identified 47 attacks and concludes that of the 47, 41 involved U.S. persons. I hope that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle are paying attention and will recognize that their fixation solely on threats coming over the southwestern border is dangerous. We cannot lose sight of the threats right here at home, and it is urgent that we work to counter radicalization of U.S. persons. So again, my question is, what do you make of the fact that U.S.-based persons are primarily responsible for terrorism threats here in our homeland, and how difficult does this make it for the FBI and CTC to detect and thwart possible attacks? And are you having to shift your counterterrorism approach to accomplish this?
Yeah, thank you for the question. It goes right in line with my testimony here today, which is that the heightened threat environment in the United States is being driven by individuals that are inspired to act. I think you've rightly outlined the number of foreign terrorist inspired, enabled, or directed attacks since 9/11 here on U.S. soil, and most of those have been inspired attacks. Some have been enabled, some have been, only 3, I think, have actually been directed by foreign terrorist organizations. So that history, I think, is an important sort of context for the heightened threat environment we're dealing with here today. That said, part of the reason that we've had that level of success is because of the very clear priority we've placed on screening, vetting, watch listing, terrorist identities, known and suspected terrorist databases on the classified side that really support border security efforts writ large.
My time is up, Mr. Chairman. Again, as we move to Thanksgiving next week, I give thanks for you and the work that you do, and to all of those families that sacrifice on behalf of the American people. Happy Thanksgiving to all my colleagues, and I yield back.
Well said, Ms. Clarke. Thank you for that.